Hey there, everyone. Welcome to SidePC, the AI applet engine. I'm Matthew, and I'm going to be guiding you through how to use SidePC, applets, how to make applets, all that good stuff to turn your AI chatbot service of choice into the ultimate AI machine. Uh, if you haven't downloaded the Chrome extension, you're going to need to open Chrome, your Chrome web browser, and click this link here. That'll send you to the extension store to install the extension. And once you've done that, you'll see a little welcome page. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to navigate to your AI chatbot service of choice. In this case, I'll be using Gemini throughout these demos, but you can use ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, whatever service you choose. We support a wide variety of services and kind of all the main ones. I'm going to do a quick intro video just to kind of get you accustomed to how this thing works, so that in future videos you're kind of we're all on the same page. So SidePC is a Chrome extension, as I mentioned, and basically what it does is it will pop up whenever you're at a service that it works with. Okay, so if you're at a web page, if you're at your normal home page, if it's not an AI service, it won't pop up. When you navigate to ChatGPT, it'll pop up here on the side. So what you'll see is this row of icons here. These are actually all folders, so you'll notice that there's this little like triangle here, so I can click on them and expand, and then I've got these other little icons that are actually the AI applets, and we'll be going into more about how those work here in a second. I've got my little mouse finder character up here, and if you click on that, it'll actually pop up some support video type stuff, so you can find those there as well on the main website up at the top. And you also see this little plus button at the bottom. So if you click that, that will actually open a second tab, and this is actually where we handle the administration of SidePC. So up at the top are just some navigation buttons. So we've got our applet library, we've got our programming guide, we've got a link back to our support videos, and then the ability to publish and install. We'll be doing a video on each one of these functions, so check that down below in the later videos. On the left here, you'll see that there is the Add Edit Applet area. So this is actually where you will create applets. So you can add a name, your applet instructions, choose an icon, and save your applet. And then applets and saved items are actually saved here on the right. So you'll see applets. So this little box right here that says Easy Applet Maker, that's an actual applet, and then it's inside a folder. That's the Applet Maker Suite folder. If you scroll down here a little bit further, you'll see that you can add or edit a folder just by putting in a name, choosing the icon, color, and pressing save. Okay, so all my saved items are on the right. You see that each item has some options, so I can edit, copy, delete. Again, we'll be going into a little bit more specifics in some later videos. And then below that, there are some quick switch preferences. So you'll see these are all the supported services, and then the items that I have checked are what are called my quick switch services. And how that works is if I come back to my home screen, if I actually double click on that plus button, it'll actually navigate to the next service in order that I select. Again, just kind of a quick little option to help navigate around AI. All right, so how this service actually works is what we're actually going to do is this applet instructions are the actual instructions that I put in to a specific applet, and then basically what our service does is it basically takes those instructions and kind of acts as a quick copy and paste. So it's going to actually copy those instructions into the chat window, and essentially auto-execute them. Okay, so to show you what I mean, I've got a little demo program, and then again in future videos I'll go into a little bit more detail. But just to show you how this actually works, so I've got an icon here that is going to it's going to prompt the chatbot to tell a joke. All right, and what it's going to do is there's a prompt kind of behind this. And when I click on it, it's actually going to paste it into the window and auto-execute. So I'm going to click on this button now, and you'll see it pasted tell me a joke about a cat into the chatbot, auto-executed, and it spit out, the chatbot did its thing and spit out an answer. If we actually go back to the back end and I click this edit button, you'll see that my applet name was joke, and here are the actual applet instructions. So again, this is what actually got pasted into that window and got executed. Okay, so that's kind of step one of how things work. Let's take a look at another example, and I'm going to click on this second button. So when I click on that, you'll see that we've got an intermediate step here, and this is what I call variables. So we actually added a variable in where instead of saying tell me a joke about a cat, we said tell me a joke about an animal, and in this case we're able to select an animal. So I'll select fish, and what it's actually going to do is now you see that what happened here on the front end is actually replaced that variable animal with the item that I had selected, and again the chatbot did its thing and made a very funny joke about a fish and kind of ran the way a chatbot always does. So if we go look at the actual back end of that prompt, you'll see that this one's a little bit different. So it said, tell me a joke about and then you'll see that there is a little bit of code here that actually creates that interface element. So this is actually the SidePC code that makes that interface element pop up. And I'll go into more about creating variables and creating forms to actually add complexity and configurability to your prompts a little bit later. All right, last thing, since I'm seeing it, there's this expand button up here. If ever you want to expand your prompt to get a better view, you can click that and it'll zoom out and give you a full expansive view of what you've actually typed into that prompt window. So that's the basics. Obviously we can get more and more complexity, and we will cover those in future videos, but that should give you a really quick overview of actually what SidePC can do. It's a very simple but very powerful tool, and I'm excited to see what you do with it. Check you out in the next one.